Blast me to Bermuda! It's time for a Mad Merlin's video.
Hello and welcome back to another Mad Merlin's video. Today I am bringing you a special look. It is Warhammer 40,000 Imperium by Hachette Partworks. What do you mean Warhammer Imperium by Hachette Partworks? I've seen a million of these. That's because I'm late to the party. My subscription got messed up and it's finally been sorted, and I'm happy to say that less than a week my issues have turned up. So let's rip these open and we'll see what we got. Excuse the noise. So I got issue 1. I can open it. Issue 2. Ooh. Nudge the camera. So here we have the first 2 issues of Warhammer Imperium. So first off, what is Warhammer Imperium? Well, Warhammer Imperium is a Partworks magazine series that will build you 2 armies, 1 Imperial, 1 Necron, as well as battlefield terrain, and giving you all the paints and dice you require to play the games. A Partworks is a magazine series where, as you would expect, each issue is a part of a complete work. So week by week you'll get either models and or paints to slowly build up your collection, and I will show you the contents of the collection in a short moment. First, let's put all this to one side and I'll be right back. So, contents for issue 1 is the magazine, a bonus page, a mini game mat, a poster, 6 six-sided dice, a plastic range ruler, and a Space Marine Primaris Lieutenant, and a Necron Royal Warden, which is available in the Recruit Edition starter sets, but exclusively available here individually and for the bargain price of only $2.99. You'll get 40mm base for the Lieutenant and a 32mm base for the Royal Warden. And the contents for issue 2 is a pot of Runelord Brass, which is the first time I've actually bought this particular paint, a starter brush, very basic but gets the job done, 3 Necron Warriors with 3 32mm bases. And if you're a subscriber, you'll also get your first set of free gifts. This one is a hobby starter set, including a mold line remover, a set of clippers, and some Citadel plastic glue. Also, if you signed up during the trial period, you'd have also received this rather fancy mug, which depicts the Necron Overlord in battle with the Primaris Lieutenant. Or is it the Primaris Right Tenant? I keep forgetting. Before we go through the magazines, we'll have a quick look at the additional pieces. So we have a small fold-out beginner mat. One side features 5 objective locations and the standard Red Desert battle mat. You get 6 objective tokens as well as a bunch of wound markers. On the reverse, you have a rather nice Pariah Nexus-esque Necron battlefield. I really do hope that they expand this in later issues, because it's kind of nice. I'd like to see a more full-out version of the board. And you got green wound markers there, so you can easily differentiate between the players. Now, I do suggest getting someone with a steel rule and a knife to cut your edge, otherwise it might end up a bit curvy like I did with mine on scissors. Your second bonus is a free poster, which is just that. Nice Imperium poster, again featuring the Necron Overlord and the Primaris Lieutenant, with a nice battle scene below. If you fold out, it explains what Imperium is. So, welcome to the Imperium. Welcome to Warhammer 40,000 Imperium and the thrilling hobby of tabletop wargaming. This is your gateway into the 41st millennium, where humanity battles for survival against aliens, traitors, and other terrible foes. You'll collect, build, and paint armies of incredible miniatures to fight brutal battles in the war-torn planets of the Imperium of mankind. On the back shows your subscriber gifts. So if you subscribe from the first 4 issues, you will receive these gifts. So as I've already shown, the hobby kit. Your next gift is a set of paintbrushes. You'll get a free binder and dividers. Set of 4 art prints featuring each of the different armies in the collection, which I will go into more in a minute. And you'll also get a standard paint handle, which is the new style one. I'll have to see how I get on with that. Also, if you want to up your game a little, you can go for premium subscription. For an extra £2 per issue, you will receive the 4 premium kits. And you can, which I really like what they've done with this particular part works, is they've given you the option to opt out after a certain premium kit, but you can't opt back in again. I am planning to collect just the Chaos Space Marine one, and I will be opting out afterwards, as I do like Tyranids, but I'd prefer a little different to what you get in the set. I've never really got on with Tau, and I would have preferred the Orcs if it had the new Orc boys in, because that would have been a really good set. But you do get free paints of that one, which is good. Right. Next part of the fold-out poster. So it explains how the collection breaks down. You got your collect section, which gives you battle records for each of your units you get throughout this collection. You get background about the Warhammer 40,000 universe, detailed build guides, paint guides, and play missions. These will slowly introduce new rules each and every issue, and will help you get into the game and understand the rules one step at a time. At the top shows you your first 4 issues. So the Lieutenant and Royal Warden, Necron Warriors, Assault Intercessors from issue 3, and the Scorpec Destroyers and Plasma Sight from issue 4. And as I mentioned, you get a total of 4 armies in this collection. Not only do you get a massive Necron collection, you get Space Marines, Sisters of Battle, and Adeptus Mechanicus. You get roughly the contents of 3 start collecting boxes on the Imperial side. You get the Get Started Space Marines Vanguard army with the Eliminators, Suppressors, and the Incursors, plus the Incursor Phobos Lieutenant. You also get a Phobos Librarian later on. You get the complete launch box of the Sisters of Battle, which is 10 Battle Sisters, 3 Archoflagellants, 4 Repentia, a Repentia Mistress, a Canoness, 5 Seraphim, and a Penitent engine. And for the Adeptus Mechanicus side, you get the Tech Priest Engine Seer, the Tech Priest Dominus, 3 Breachers / Destroyers, and 10 Skitarii Vanguard / Rangers. Additionally, you also receive contents of the Recruit Edition, so 10 Necron Warriors, the Royal Warden, the Lieutenant, and 5 Assault Intercessors. You do get most of the contents of the Necron Combat Patrol Start Collecting Box. You get the 10 Immortals and Death Marks. You get the... I'm forgetting the contents now. It's the Walker, Royal Warden, the Overlord, and the Flyer, which you don't get in the collection. So the only things you're not getting from the combat patrols are the big vehicles included. So you don't get the Sororitas Rhino, you don't get the Impulsor, and you don't get the Onega Dooncrawler. I would like that later on through the collection, they usually do a opt-in, opt-out section. I would like them to give you the option to purchase the vehicles for the specific armies. It would be a nice little bonus to add to your collection. But in addition to that, you do get a set of Outriders, the ATV, the Fire Strike Turret, Mineas Calgar, Rabute Gilliman, and the exclusive Captain. On the Necron side, you get a total of 23 Warriors, 5 Death Marks, 5 Immortals, Scorpic Destroyers, Scorpic Lord, Plasmancer, Technomancer, Chronomancer, 2 Overlords, 1 from the Command Barge and 1 from the standalone model. 5 Lich-Guard, 6 Scarab Swarms, 3 Canoptic Wraiths, a Canoptic Spider, the Triarch Stalker, the Canoptic Reanimator, 3 Tomb Blades, and like I said, the Command Barge / Annihilation Barge, as well as the Locust Heavy Destroyer, and it looks like they have removed the regular destroyer. Either that or I can't see him. That's interesting. I'll have to have a closer look at this poster, see how it compares to the one I got from my previous issue. Yeah, he should be there. That's an interesting... But anyway, carry on. You have your selection of terrain. You got the armored containers, the plasma generators, and some Mechanicum style ruins. So there we go. I'll just have a quick flick through now the first 2 issues. So we have our Primaris Lieutenant, goes through all his different war gear, personal heraldries, and here we can name our character, what his title is, and all the name of his weapons. I will be doing that probably in a later video. A Royal Warden, again detailing all the different parts of the model, his command nodes, the anchor of the Triarch, his living metal, you can show where he's been repaired, his relic Gauze Blaster. Again, we can name him on the back. We have our first bit of background, which is all about the Adeptus Astartes, the Space Marines. And we have some background about the Necrons. So we have our build guides next, showing you how to build your Primaris Lieutenant, and then the Royal Warden. We have a introduction guide to painting and the Citadel paint system. And finally we have back information about the gaming, as well as your first introductory battle. I will probably do follow-up videos including the battles and such. With issue 1 you get a bonus page, which is a fold-out section which details the battles for Megaria and the Ramazza system. So this will probably be the theatre that these collection will be based in. Sorry, I'm mumbling. On to issue 2 then. Got another reminder about subscribing. So you get a free issue, which I forgot to mention earlier. So if you start your subscription with issue 4, you'd get issue 5 free, and you still get all your free cool stuff. So it saves you $8.99, which is a good price. So yeah, each issue is $8.99, which I forgot to mention earlier. Issue 1 is $2.99. Issue 1 is $2.99. Issue 2 is $5.99, and then $8.99 from then on, with your £2 extra if you go premium. So we have our Necron warriors showing physical damage. There's a Necron scarab hidden on one base. Each carry a gauze flare. Then we can name them all on the back page. So we have details about the Zarakan dynasty and the Ultramarines chapter of the Space Marines. So how to build our Necron warriors. These are all push-fit models, which make them very easy to put together. I will go into more detail in a bit. And we get our first paint with this issue, which I showed off earlier, which is Rune Lord Brass. And it will go through teaching you about what you require to paint, so brushes, water, and obviously the paints. Shaking your paint, opening the lid and closing it when you're finished. Getting your setup. And it shows you how to apply the paint to your Necron models. So we're just doing 3 coats on the warrior and the royal warden. And that's all your models so far. And then we have our second mission, Escape Route. Nice little short mission of the Necrons trying to escape from the Primaris Lieutenant. And then on the rear, as I mentioned earlier, our next 2 issues. So with issue 3 we get Assault Intercessors, Macragge Blue, and we learn to fight in close combat. And with issue 4 we get our Scorpion Destroyers and Plasma Sight, a Potter Lead Belcher, and a brand new battle mat for our biggest battle yet. Now a quick close-up on the models. So no chapter icon on the shoulder pad, so it can be whichever chapter you want. For the collection I will be doing Ultramarines, though I also do have a Black Templar force. And we have the 3 Necron warriors. If you end up purchasing multiple sets of these, like I have, in order to get a squad of 10, I now have an extra 2 sets of these, which I've already built and painted, and I'll show off in a minute. It's worth noting that you can interchange the components. Most of the torsos will fit the main bodies. You may have to cut the peg slightly in order to get a flush fit. And the arms can fit near enough any arm, any torso. You'll want to remove that small little nub there, just to make sure that it fits in without requiring it to sit in a fixed position. It also makes it easier for leaving the gun separate for painting and getting to all the detail. But these are also compatible with any leftover pieces you have from a set of Indomitus or Command or Recruit Edition. As like with these, the Necrons are pretty much all the same. They're push-fit models, same sort of build. You may need to cut a few pegs off, but you can easily mix and match components. So here we have the Royal Warden painted in the gold and purple of Imatech Stormlord's household. My first lieutenant, which I've done a small conversion on, giving him a Black Templar tilt plate and a Black Templar power sword, as well as a Crusader seal. I painted him out in the Black Templars, ready to join the Crusade. And like I said, I've used some leftover components from my Indomitus set. So this is two identical models torso-wise, as you can see from the scarab detail on the base. I have given him a different head and a different weapon. I've also swapped the torso around from one of the other models. Excuse me. Here's the next two, again, head and arm swap, and I have changed around the torso. They might look similar, but there's a slight difference in the cabling. I painted these up to a get battle ready standard. And there's the final set. So there we go, that's the unboxing review for the first two issues of Warhammer 40,000 Imperium. I will be planning to do a follow-along series where I will be playing the missions each month. I'll probably do one video a week just to help spread things out a bit. I will do a follow-on video to this one with these actual models, not the ones I've already shown off. These actual models built and painted up, ready to play games, and I will go through the first two missions. As I got quite a few of these, I might actually try using these out for this particular run of the collection, though I have a strong feeling I'll be going back to my own particular favourite brand of glue. So final thoughts, for your first delivery you get an amazing set of starter models. You get 2 characters and 3 models which are only available in a £20 paint set. So for £5.99 you get a £20 paint set models plus 1 pot of paint and a standard paintbrush. And £2.99 for issue 1 you get 2 models which are only available in the £30 starter set, 6 dice, poster and a mini game mat. So, this has been Merlin. I'd like to remind you to follow me on my social medias. I will be updating my Buy Me a Coffee shortly. I have now set up a downstairs hobby area for the winter, so I have access to a proper computer now, and I'll be able to update a lot of my things a lot easier. I might even mess around with trying to do some video editing. But like I said before, thank you for watching. Follow me on my social medias. Please use my affiliate link for Curton Games. If you fancy donating to the channel, buy me a coffee. And I will see you in the next one. So this has been Merlin. I'm quite mad about painting, and goodbye.